At the end of the 2nd century, the Han Dynasty was approaching the twilight of its existence after 400 years of continuous rule. People who felt unease with the corrupt government launched a large-scale revolt under the self-proclaimed Grand Master Zhang Jiao. The Han Dynasty formed a punitive force against these men who called themselves the Yellow Turbans. When a descendant of the imperial court named Liu Bei learned of this, he was moved to apply to be part of the volunteer army. This set off a chain of events which would have a profound effect on the history of China.
So you say you are a descendant of the king of Zhongshan? And yet without someone who can verify your bloodline. Well,
you are correct. Right now, I have no great quality or strength by which I can prove my worth. However, the land is in need, and my love for the people will not allow me to ignore that need. I ask you, may I join? There is a strength that resides not in a man's arm. We must overcome the chaos within our land.
all right, I get your point. I'm going to place you in command of one of the volunteer units.
I thank you for your generosity. I shall do all in my power to repay your trust.
Look over there, see? You've got a full complement of men now. Zhang Jiao must be punished for causing this rebellion. One force go east, the other west. We will catch the enemy between us.
Fight me now!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
You think to win alone? Learn how wrong you truly are!
virtue shall fail.
It is the great sage, Master Zheng Zhao himself!
Forward! The time has come for us to build a new world!
Virtue shall fail.
The foul spawn shall fall before the splendor of our power.
Virtue shall fail.
You fools! Your time is finished! You see before you the new age of the Yellow Turban! You can advance through this trickery! All of these tricks have a source. There should be some kind of altar in their base. Destroy it!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Do not falter! It is merely an illusion. They cut down the castle. It will all fade.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
The people have shown their support for the new age. We shall not fall to the dregs of a dying empire.
True to your reputation, such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Fight alone? Are you brave or a fool?
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
are coming! Stop!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
Excellent. Your heroism serves as an example to every man in our forces. Let us move forward. Allow the tiger to open a path.
That was unfair! I don't think I could even do that! All right! We have stopped all their so-called... You're on the
The situation is dire.
Virtue shall fail.
Ah, the land fails, and the new age is still so far away.
The Yellow Turban's rebellion has been quelled. You have all fought well. Victory is ours.
This victory is thanks to everybody's efforts.
Finished off this group pretty quickly. Let's go back and have a drink.
Good idea. We will drink a toast to our victory here today. And we'll drink to the future as well.
Master Guan Yu and Master Zhang Fei, I have been blessed to meet such good people. So far, I've been extremely fortunate. Master Guan Yu carries himself with a nobility of character that is almost regal. And although Master Zhang Fei lacks in social graces, he is a good man, and his strength in battle matches that of Master Guan Yu. But what of me? I know there is a way to achieve my purpose and my dream. But how can I when I rely on the strength of others?
Hey, are you gonna stand around here all day? Let's get going.
I must grow in strength to fulfill my dream of peace. That is how to save the world from chaos.
After the Yellow Turban Rebellion was quelled, chaos gripped the world as rival warlords fought for domination. Still wandering the land, Liu Bei took up residence under Cao Cao. It was there that he heard that Yuan Shu was scheming to claim the imperial throne for himself. To the court, and specifically Liu Bei, who hoped to revive the name of the Liu family, it was unforgivable. Under the condition that Guan Yu would stay with Cao Cao's army, Liu Bei borrowed a number of troops from Cao Cao and headed to attack Yuan Shu.
Tell me, are you acquainted with a man by the name of Yuan Shu?
Yes, by name. Though I never actually met him. At the battle against Dong Zhuo, I think I saw him at a distance.
Truly. Some rumors have come to my ears, saying he has possession of the Imperial Seal. I hope that he has no plans to do anything disloyal with it.
Master Cao Cao, could you lend, for a short time, a few of your horsemen to me?
So, you require horsemen, eh? I would not refuse you, not when you need my aid. There is a condition, of course. For a time, you must leave the man you depend on so much, Guan Yu.
What's that? Guan Yu?
I understand. Master Cao Cao, my brother asks that you aid his cause. He will require some of your men.
Brother!
There is no need to be concerned. All I ask is that you continue on your path.
Your self-proclaimed title mocks the glory of the Han. I shall be the one to mete out the Emperor's justice.
Received word from our scouts. An unknown force is approaching. An ambush! Don't move! The enemy wants us to panic! You think to win alone? Learn how wrong you truly are! Drive off your enemy. Nothing personal.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
We've received a report from the scouts. Another unknown force is approaching.
More enemy reinforcements? Things will become clearer if the numbers increase much more.
Yuan Shu is a tyrant. He takes everything we can grow. Save us from him!
Yuan Shu, you dare to abuse the air? That cannot be allowed. I shall call down the justice of the Han upon your head.
Imperial Seal to declare yourself Emperor? Prepare to pay the price for your deceit!
I'm looking for Liu Bei, former prefect of Shu. The Kingdom of Wu wishes to assist him.
Ah, the glorious morning of a new age! Wield my sword for your Imperial Highness!
Stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
I received these from you. You cannot have them. The enemy's tough. That's never stopped me before.
By every base we measure. It's nothing personal. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Keep up the fight. We must endure this enemy onslaught. You were worried about me? Those who stand in the way of virtue There's no chance of defeat with you on our side.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all.
If our base falls, we will have no chance of victory. Bring more men and reinforce the defenses.
You are next!
Men, we must hold it back! Do or die!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
We must rouse ourselves for this fight!
Show you what I've got planned. Start the advance.
Keep it up, brother! Ha! To let loose on these!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. That's what you say. Amazing skill. We will allow them to outshine us. The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
It's time to attack! The enemy doesn't stand a chance against us!
By every base we take.
Let's go, brother. I'll clear a path for you.
With your life. Get out of my way! shall fail. I have punished the traitor Yuan Shu. I thank you all for your aid. This victory is thanks to everybody's efforts.
Liu Bei defeated Yuan Shu, but Cao Cao feared him rising to power and secretly plotted to eliminate him. Beating back Cao Cao's assassins, Liu Bei safely escaped to Jing province with Zhang Fei and his followers. Afterwards, Liu Bei improved his reputation in Jing and was even reunited with Guan Yu. However, Cao Cao was leading his massive army there to destroy Liu Bei. Once again, Liu Bei continued his fight, bringing along the commoners and soldiers that revered him.
Master Cao Cao watches the movements of the land very closely. He is prepared to respond for anything that might occur. And right now, Cao Cao is looking most closely at Sun Quan of Jiangdong and Brother Bei.
There is only one way to drive Cao Cao away. We must deal with Sun Quan. We have no choice but to ally with him.
But why? Why is it that Cao Cao is so concerned about me? Sun Quan, that makes sense. But I do not even have a home. I wander from place to place.
You don't understand your worth. Look and see. Look at how all the people have gathered to your side. That is the reason that Cao Cao is so frightened of you. Because of the bonds you make with people.
Is it true? That it's a strength to be feared?
Well then, my Lord Guan Yu, I give you charge of our naval forces.
I understand. Farewell, brother. Our paths will soon cross on the banks of the Changjiang.
We must shake off this pursuit. Hurry to the docks in Guan Yu.
Lord Liu Bei, take us with you!
We wish to follow you to the new world.
Yes, come with us on our journey. Those who can fight protect those who cannot.
You are get out of my way! Let us find out!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
You think you can stop me? Don't
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
We must rouse ourselves for this fight!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
The enemy is very strong. We are being pushed back.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Look for your head.
loyalty must not be soiled by defeat. I shall return.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Thank you for your help. I believe your wits are a match of mine.
The docks are just ahead. Just a little bit farther. We're almost there.
My lord, enemy reinforcements are approaching.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Your reputation. Such a display will boost the morale of our troops. How did you ever survive this long? Stand in the way of my cousin's fate. That ends today.
My lord, enemy reinforcements are approaching.
By every base we take.
Alone! You must trust your skill greatly. I shall pull back for now. However, we shall meet in battle again.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
This base must not be allowed to fall. Send for reinforcements immediately. The enemy is very strong. We are being forced back.
every base we take.
It pays. So I thank you for your help.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well. My lord, enemy reinforcements are approaching.
The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
Liu Bei, wander the land seeking people to join your cause. I shall put an end to that here and
I hate running, but we have to put a stop to this one, and soon.
Liu Bei. Perhaps it may be interesting to speculate.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
Most impressive, Master Liu Bei. Now I must follow your example. Amazing! We will have to display our strength as well.
Wait there! I'm tired of chasing after you! I'm hungry, so that's it for today!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. weakened by every base we took.
True to your reputation, such a display will boost the morale of our troops.
Get out of my way! Here I go! This escape is a victory for us. Well done, everyone. This victory is thanks to everybody's efforts.
Liu Bei barely managed to escape Cao Cao at the Changjiang. Afterwards, he met up with Sun Quan. The two of them formed an alliance and repelled Cao Cao's navy that was invading the south at Chibi. It was not long after that when Liu Bei occupied Jing province and set his sights on Yi as well. Yi was a fertile land protected from the elements, a perfect base for Liu Bei in his quest to rival Cao Cao and Sun Quan for power. But the ruler of Yi was another member of Liu Bei's own family, Liu Zhang. Liu Bei agonized over the act of turning against his own kin to further his goals.
You're being foolish. You place too much emphasis on a name. You do realize that the land and the family of Liu are not the same thing. You have to stop closing your mind to that.
What are you saying? Close my mind? Then help me understand what this road is that I've been following. I have always been proud of my connection with the Imperial Han. It has given me courage and purpose. What road should I take? A man with no name has none.
What does a name matter? Now listen. You have before you an even more important road to walk, don't you? Look at the fine men who have fought by your side. Look at the people who have shared your wandering and your troubles. It's not your name that supported you. It is their strength and loyalty that have kept you on this path. Don't you know that?
I should know it. They are each like diamonds to me.
As you are to them, you shine like a guiding light in all of their hearts. Isn't that enough for you?
We must go on, even at the expense of virtue. My friends, I ask that you place your trust in me and accompany me to a new future.
We shall swing around to the west. Zhuge Liang, I leave the rest to you.
I understand. Together we shall prepare the stage for victory.
This is an excellent forest. A perfect place to set up an ambush.
There you are. You cannot pass here. I cannot lose to an idiot like you.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Get out of my
liar and a thief! You shall not have this land of Musou! Prepare for battle!
every base we take.
Well, well, well. Look at what we have here. Are you lost? You didn't really think you could pass so easily through a road like this.
I work for a greater purpose. It is a purpose that even I will risk my life for.
What fools come rushing through a forest?
Lord Li, the peace of Chengdu, we shall protect all.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Think to outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
A true warrior indeed! You will carry our honor across the land.
The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
Do not allow them to bring war to our land. We must protect peace.
The enemy is weakened by every base we take. The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
Even with my strategies, victory here might be impossible.
The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
From here, Liu's forces are sitting ducks. Prepare your bows. We will fire on my mark.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
My lord, possibly hostile forces approaching at great speed. From Liang, we believe.
Tighten the defenses around the base. We cannot lose as long as it's
Sorry I'm late. Be right there, brother.
I shall guide my lord to victory!
The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
Even with my strategies, victory here may prove impossible.
I have come to fight those who forget honor and duty. Master Liu Zhang, there is no longer need to worry. We must hold back! It's do or die!
By every base we take.
Oh, keep it up, brother. Ha! I'm gonna have to let loose on these guys.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
It is about time you arrived. It isn't easy feigning inferior numbers.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
I can't hold out much longer. Somebody, I am in need of assistance.
By every base we take.
You believe your wits are a matter of muscle?
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
What do you say?
You think you outsmart me? Don't make me laugh.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
I can't hold out much longer. Somebody, I am in need of assistance.
Stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
This appears to be as far as we go.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
How could I have lost? What strength does Liu Bei possess surpass that of justice? What a monster! I have no excuse for troubling you with this rabble.
I will have to adapt my tactics to keep up.
You will wait here to regroup with the others. Get out of my way.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. It was an unpleasant battle, but I thank you for your aid. Our path to the future begins here, from Shu. This victory is thanks to everybody's efforts. I feel sorry about Master Liu Zhang, but it's good Chengdu has finally fallen. I thank you. I know there would have been no victory without you, were it not for your loyalty. I don't know how I would be able to go on.
No one's here because they want to follow the name of Liu. I know we are here for only one reason, and that is the vision that you've shown us all.
You are our Lord regardless of what name you bear. It is your vision that holds us to you.
I shall not lose my pride in my name. However, no more will I be prisoner to it. From now on, I shall fight only as myself. Together, we'll put an end to the chaos.
With Liu Bei's acquisition of Yi Province, the land entered a period of tripartite division between Liu Bei, Cao Cao, and Sun Quan. However, Guan Yu, the defender of Jing, fell to the scheming of Wu and Wei. Liu Bei lost himself in the depths of unimaginable sorrow. Declaring Wu his sworn enemy, Liu Bei marched his army to Yiling, west of Jing Province. He had been fostering a three-part plan to join with Wu, oppose the traitorous Cao Cao, and unite the land. However, out of sheer rage, he cast this plan aside, becoming something truly monstrous.
It was awful, Lord. I saw it all. Commander Guan Yu, he met death at the hands of Wu.
Guan Yu!
No! No!
I promised. We swore that we would walk together. I have lost him. He was the closest to me. The one who was most important. What have I been doing and thinking?
Tell me what you're waiting for! Brother, we must take our revenge!
I must do it!
Please wait, my lord.
Revenge! This is war! Summon the generals here at once!
I shall avenge my brother no matter what the cost. Forward! Leave nothing of Wu left standing. Ha!
Fight me now!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Outsmart me? Don't make me enemy is small! Everybody! Must give it a roll!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us all. You amuse me greatly.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. By every base we take.
Ready! Let our spirit ride upon these flames! Release!
Those cowards from Wu are using fire? I should have seen this coming.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Now step back and let me handle it. The battle has turned in our favor. Let's have some space.
I can't end here?
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
We're gonna have to try harder than this. I can't hold out much longer. Somebody, I am in need of assistance. We are in a most difficult spot. It pains me to have troubled you, Master Liu Bei, though I thank you for your help. I have come to appreciate your assistance.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
A true warrior indeed! You will carry on the Fight me now, for glory!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Face me if you dare.
I was too late. Hurry up. It was up to us to open the path to Lord Liu Bei.
I have failed you, my lord! Please, forgive me! It was a lot of fun.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Cannot be helped. We must open the path to the stone sentence. The stone sentence will let us and free our enemies. Will give us time to review.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
We must rouse ourselves with this fight!
Stop the advance! You were worried about me, brother?
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Now that's how it's done. Inspire us all.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Cut your way through to the enemy camp! We won't be denied!
The enemy is weakened by every base we take. Virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Fight me now!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Virtue shall fail. By every base we take.
Halt the advance. We must wait for the others before we can proceed.
By every base we take.
Show you that
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Charge the enemy immediately.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
I shall fight you.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Now that's how it's done. You inspire us. Then let us bring an end to this.
before us.
Chosen you, of all people.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Victory is ours. Guan Yu, were you watching? This victory is thanks to everybody's efforts.
Why do you show me no honor? I am in bonds. Kill me right now!
So, tell me the form of the vision you were striving for.
Peace for Wu. And peace for Shu. Peace for Wei. Leave the land to grow as it would do. Grow in peace. Negotiations instead of war.
And now your dreams are dead. My anger is still not appeased. I will never forgive you. Still, I know I must find a way to move beyond hate. So, from this day forward, you will serve my dream, not your own. You will maintain the peace in Jiangdong. Guan Yu, allow this to be our vengeance. I must stay true to the vision. It must be a path strong enough to include all.
Begun in a fit of rage, the Battle of Yiling led Liu Bei to a new spiritual state of mind. He realized that Sun Quan's vision of peace mirrored his own, and decided to merely annex Wu rather than annihilate them. With the goal of peace so tantalizingly close, only Cao Cao remained. Intent on fighting it out with Cao Cao, Liu Bei advanced his forces to the Wujiang Plains in northern Hanzhong. In response, Cao Cao, seeking to defeat Liu Bei, led his elite troops to attack the Shu forces. The two great generals challenged one another in one last battle for control of the new age.
Cao Cao would provide a path, introduce strong principles, and nurture everyone's talents and abilities. It's a vision that could please the people.
Ha! He's nothing but hot air. Even without the guy's leadership, the people can learn to grow without anyone's help.
Right. That is correct. By working together, they can teach themselves the proper path.
And yet, it assumes that they know what to do. But nothing is certain.
But giving them hope and guidance is Brother Bei's task. That's why we're here, isn't it? To help him?
I fear we have no choice but a battle. Cao Cao. Neither of us will bend, so one must break. Friends, let this be the final battle that our poor land must face. We must grasp victory. Through our strength, the battle will be won! This will be the final battle. My friends, lend me your aid.
We must not pursue them too far. Let us watch and see what they will do.
Me pursue!
Wei Yan, we must not go off alone. I knew it. I knew he would rebel against us.
To the plateau. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
You are alone. Was it my beauty that drew you? How could my beauty have fallen in such a way?
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
The situation is dire.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Just as I planned. Wei Yan, it is time. You and our reinforcements must take the enemy camp.
I fight for Liu Bei! Wei!
Virtue shall fail.
You would face me? Very well. Let us begin.
I'm alone? Are you not getting
You must hold the line.
How could you do this to me?
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. It's nothing personal. Those
failed. I must retreat until we meet again.
Now I must follow your example.
Death is something even I cannot overcome.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall...
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
My lord, more enemy troops are headed this way.
Catch our breath.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
I can't let you keep snatching up. You cannot escape. Give up, face your death.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
My lord.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. By every base we take.
You believe your wits are a match for mine?
Ourselves for this fight!
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. of virtue shall fail. None stand in our way.
Invites chaos.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
Enemy strong me.
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail.
They're even stronger than I thought! The enemy is very strong! We are being forced back!
By every base we take.
No! Enemy strong me win!
The enemy is weakened by every base we take.
I know a troublemaker when I see one. That is our target. You cannot escape me. My wisdom
Those who stand in the way of virtue shall fail. you shall be! Friend, thank you. It has been a long and difficult road, but the chaos has fled. Now, let us walk in a new and peaceful age. This victory is thanks to everybody's efforts.
My lord. Hello. Here, have one of these freshly steamed buns.
Oh, I must try it. Master, you've added something new. Bamboo sprouts?
Just put them in. Came out well. I think it really adds something to the taste.
Your Highness. You're not supposed to be going off by yourself. Please.
Forgive me, Xiao Yun. Funny, but I find that this old marketplace is a lot more comfortable than the Imperial throne will ever be.
I can tell. The calm and peace on the faces of these people is the vision of the land my lord worked so hard to create.
Did you call us Lord?
Your Imperial Highness. Sorry.
Just kidding. The sun feels so good out here today.